Hi, Gemini. So we're going to try this love reading, even though I ain't got them cards yet. But I mean, a few people got, with their general reading, they were able to get some love messages. So we're just going to give it a shot, okay? They've been coming out kind of different with these decks. But I mean, I think I'm getting a little more familiar with them on the love side. So again, this is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, check your moon, rising, or Venus. And if we just don't vibe, if you just don't vibe with my messages, there's a million intuitives on YouTube. Also, I try to upload these love readings about every 3 days, and then the general messages somewhere in between that. Okay, so if it doesn't vibe with you today, check back in a few days. All right, there's no way I can resonate with people every single video, unfortunately. All right, so let's see what the animal spirit is that you're presenting in this love connection. Okay, animal spirit for Gemini, please. Thank you. Ooh, the tiger, Gemini. Man, y'all have been on fire. This is probably my favorite card in this deck, Gemini. You guys are like powerhouses, okay? I don't know. I feel like though you're the person in the relationship that bears the burdens. Like you carry the most well, aside from you carrying the most stress in the relationship, you're also very resourceful and intuitive. You're just on fire, like you're focused. Beautiful. There's so much I could say about this card, but let's get the whole dynamic, okay? How does Gemini's love interest or partner present? Thank you. Oops. Unicorn. Bottom of the deck is the crow. Okay, so I feel like they're still in the learning phases, Gemini. They're coming off as the unicorn. Somebody very mystical, magical. Both of you guys are very majestic people, very gorgeous people. But the unicorn is kind of like, I don't know why I keep hearing that so how you're resourceful and like intuitive and everything like that. Yes, they're intuitive, but they're kind of like more mystical. Like, they're not really grounded. And you, Gemini, are like the more grounded of the two. Definitely. Their thinking is out of this world, like outside. They think outside the box. I feel like Gemini, you are the person that has to kind of like keep, like I feel like people would easily attack or assassinate your person's character, and you kind of have to like make sure to keep people in their place. You're very defensive of your love interest or partner, okay? If you guys are in a partnership, if you guys are not, if this is somebody that's just focused on you, Gemini, I feel like you have to put them in their place a lot. Like really make sure that they stay where they're at and back off. It can come off a lot of different ways. Let's just see what the general message is. One of my neighbors is in my yard right now. I don't know why. They do this all the time. And I'm just like, you guys have your own yard. Why do you always come over to ours? Their cats too. Their cats come up on our porch. But I honestly think like from day one that we bought this house, there have been cats on our porch. A new cat all the time. In my window where my office is. So how does Gemini currently feel about their love interest or partner? Ooh, the Tower. Yes, some of you guys are not even in a relationship with this person. You're kind of just like over them watching you. Like you've got your eye on somebody else, and there's somebody from the past that's kind of just not grounded and not letting this connection go, that's focused on you. How does Gemini currently feel about their love interest or partner? So I'm trying to do this thing where I don't allow energy that is not wanted to penetrate the reading. But it's like for mutable signs, there have been people that have been like really coming into the reading, like inserting themselves into the reading. It's like, I'm trying to give people happy readings. Love messages. Okay, it's a love message. How does... Ooh. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles wants to come out. I'm not sure. We'll see if it comes out again later. Six of Swords comes out. Somebody is trying to move away from mental anguish. Was it in the connection? I'm not sure. Yeah. Somebody's trying to free themselves from a relationship. But this relationship was solid. So what happened, Gemini? Can we clarify the Six of Swords? Okay. Oh, yeah. Somebody's clear that they're ready to move away from this connection. And what's funny is this Devil card keeps wanting to stick out. So I think there might be some toxic behavior. It could be in regards to sex, drugs, abuse, like verbal or physical abuse. Clarify the Six of Swords for Gemini, please. Six of Swords for Gemini, please. I still feel like somebody skipped a step. Like somebody didn't try counseling. If this was like a serious relationship, somebody skipped the option to go to counseling and would prefer to just end the connection. Clarify the Six of Swords for Gemini, please. The Fool is peeking out from the bottom of this deck. So again, somebody's just ready to have a new start somewhere else. And the Ace of Wands. So we're going to leave it at that, Gemini. Somebody is ready to have a new start somewhere else. I think because there was some, like maybe you felt too boxed in. I think maybe somebody was holding on too tight. That could be toxic too. Somebody not really like letting somebody breathe and keeping the boundaries too tight. I mean, I get those vibes. The way this unicorn is looking at this tiger, I get those vibes. Like somebody was way too focused on you and didn't have like their own life. Like wasn't really focused on themselves. As the song Focus is playing in the background, I feel like they wanted you to focus on them. Okay. So how does Gemini's love interest or partner feel about Gemini? Thank you. Three of Pentacles. They would have preferred to do counseling, or they prefer to do counseling before this connection is just cut off. I don't think that they verbalized this correctly. I feel like some of them have said something that's kind of like pushed you further away. So we're not going to harp on that. They basically don't want this connection to end. They want to be partnered with you. And they're like, why don't we try counseling? Why don't we try everything before we just give up this connection? Can we get an obstacle that Gemini might be facing August 8th to August 11th, please? Oh, Gemini, I just want you guys to be happy in love. I mean, but who doesn't? It's love, right? Who wants to be going through anything that isn't loving when it comes to love? But that's how we shape ourselves too. Like that's how we find out what we do and don't want, what we will and won't tolerate. Wheel of Fortune. All right. So the obstacle is the Wheel of Fortune. I think because some of you didn't take all of the steps to make sure that the door is closed before walking away or before considering walking away. That could be an obstacle this week with the Father of Wands here. This could come back to bite you. That's what I heard. This can come back to bite you in the butt. So you might want to think twice before you just leave the connection. Really try to focus on the connection and see what is wrong, what it is that's making you want to walk away. Why this person bothers you so much that you feel like you don't even want to try anymore. Obstacles for the love interest or partner, please. Another thing I just got with this Wheel of Fortune is that it could be hard to leave the connection because you're so tangled up. Like there's a lot of karma, and a lot of ties in this connection with you guys. Page of Wands. Somebody thinks that they can just either start new, like somebody is thinking, your partner, or it could be you, Gemini, doing this. Somebody thinks that they can just re-spark the connection by putting all of their focus either on you or something else. Like they're not quite sure how to balance. They're also coming off very selfish. I kind of get sex vibes too. Like they're really in love with the sex with you. And I think that they're thinking that might keep you, but it's not even that. All right, so let's get some advice for Gemini, please. Honor, mommy's trying to do something, okay? Can you go sit down and I'll be right there, okay? Okay? She's a mess. I cannot. The High Priestess. Okay, so the advice would be to use your intuition, Gemini. Do you really feel like you're done Do you really sincerely feel like there's nothing else you can do in this relationship? Because the sun is here, which is illumination, right? Like you're seeing clearly. The high priestess talks about your intuition, also secrets being kept. So if you had a secret, if you're trying to walk away secretly, this is going to be illuminated. All right, just close the door completely. Completely close that cycle so you don't have to redo this karma with the next person, because the next person is somebody that is your soulmate. The next person is somebody that is the one. So make sure you don't have to repeat a lesson with that person. You want to go into it clean. Close the cycle. Try to illuminate the reason why you're walking away. If they're not getting it, really express it to them. All right, so let's see. What advice can we give the cross watcher or the person that's dealing with Gemini? Thank you. Okay, well, clear and to the point, Gemini, or Gemini's cross watcher. This cup that you're trying to give to Gemini, these emotions that you want to give to Gemini, they are not interested, okay? So in order for you to be victorious, you're going to have to walk away. The victory is in you riding off into the sunset and finding the person that is right for you. This is going to break your heart initially, but you will find your soulmate, okay? There's soulmates. As soon as you guys cut ties, there's soulmates for both of you guys. All right, so final outcome for Gemini, August 8th to August 11th, please. I love doing the air signs. You guys are always so clear and direct with, like if you guys aren't able to say it clearly, then I feel like I'm able to interpret it clearly through the pictures. Final outcome for Gemini, please. August 8th to August 11th. I just did Scorpio's reading and my head is like pounding because somebody was giving them a headache. I feel like you guys have that same energy with this unicorn person. Four of Wands. Okay, final outcome is the Four of Wands. Stability, marital stability, even if it's just a spiritual connection. Some of you guys, this is going to be the mother of your child or somebody that you would prefer to have children with, or you are the mother of somebody's child. That's where your stability is. It could be a Leo. This person is somebody who's been waiting for you to either come back to them or to just come to them, period. Like they've prayed for you. They've waited for you. And now they feel like this connection is finally coming into fruition. So that's beautiful, Gemini. Somebody is waiting for you. And I feel like that person, again, you're presenting yourself as the tiger with the high priestess and the advice, right? Keep doing what you're doing. You know what you're doing, Gemini. You know what you're doing. I think this unicorn person, again, I got that same feeling with the Scorpio reading. This person kind of gives me a headache because it's like not getting through to them what this connection is, which it looks like it's done. But I think you need to close the door all the way so that you don't have to complete any karma, right? Untie all of this. It might seem like a lot, but once you start unraveling it, it gets a little easier. So completely close the door on this connection before you move to the next one, because that next person is your soulmate, is your twin flame, is the person that you could really fall in love with, okay? So that's going to be it, Gemini. I hope you guys got something out of this message. Best of luck with communicating with this person. Same for you, cross watcher. Pain doesn't last always, and you guys will find exactly what you need and want, all right? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Gemini.